Does that look good for you?
Yeah,
Is that cut
what is
off
it?
or anything?
I can see you. Yes,
That
yes,
is-
yes,
okay,
yes,
cool,
yes.
cool.
Yeah, that's good.
Welcome, people on the internet. Be sure to hit that like button and smash the subscribe. I'm just kidding. Whatever. Okay. So anyway, coming up to the big screen, the thing we're gonna do our lesson, our anecdote about being a good listener. By the way, did anybody send me any images or PowerPoint? No. Just gonna talk.
No.
Totally fine. Our TED Talk this week, he had no visual aids. You don't need it. Yeah, you just use your words. That's totally fine. Effie, you want to get it out of the way? Okay. Yeah, by the way, y'all, it's his birthday today. It's Effie's birthday today. All right. Man, all right.
You get extra points.
Oh, no.
No. Okay. Hello, everyone. Is everything okay?
Yes.
All right.
Very good.
Today, I want to talk about something we all use in every year, every month, every week, and every day. Actually, it is simple, the social media. So, in 21st century, many people use social media every day. Actually, I understand because it helps us talk our family, friends, co-workers, and teachers maybe. Furthermore, we can also read the news, searching the idea or watching the video. Anything you can search on the social media. Moreover, moreover, even if they are life away, so can I say? Sometimes we can share our photos and videos. Sometimes we can or sell production, so we can edit our production and sell very fast. Actually, social media is simple life. It makes life simple in many different ways. But also, the social media has some problems coming. So, first, sometimes or usually for some people, we spend too much time online. For this reason, we forget to talk people face to face. Sometimes we forget the emotions, feelings, and lifestyle. Even if they we feel alone sometimes, even when we are talking to many people online. So, okay, I understand the social media, yes, we changed the very fast lifestyle and easy to change a working style. But it can be also sometimes dangerous. So let's talk. Let's about how we use social media, and let's find out how we can use a healthy way. So, I understand. In 21st century is a necessary, I think, because every working in 21st century, every working the companies, the teaching, the working, the watching videos, everything is in the social media. But sometimes we forget the real life. So, thank you.
Oh, that's it?
Yes, that's
All
it.
right, cool. Give him a big hand, everybody.
Yay.
Yeah. All right, yeah. Nice. I can tell you had that practice and
Yeah.
rehearse, and you get your ideas out there. I like that you're not reading something. That's
Yes.
great. You're off. I get to hear your authentic English.
Sometimes I want to remember the first words, so I remember the full sentence. So
I see.
check the phone. Sorry.
I hear you're saying, so you kind of had memorized
Yes.
some of those phrases. I remember, it's like you stuck on moreover. What do I say after moreover? I
Yes.
remember, yeah, that's what you were doing. And actually, you know what, you should watch a TED Talk. It looks like they're just improvising, but they are very rehearsed, just like kind of like what you're doing there. All right, man. Cool. I like how organized your talk was. Then of course you're struggling, of course, with grammar here and there a little bit, using the a little bit more often. I say 21st century, not 21, but that's okay. Yeah, it's okay.
Oh, okay.
No big deal.
Okay.
No big deal. Usually I just say 21st century,
Uh-huh.
19th century, 17th century, 20th century, stuff like that.
Okay.
So it's the
Mhm.
whatever they go, first, second, third, fourth. Oh, no, not a big deal.
Okay.
But you know, I as an American, I wasn't misunderstanding you. It's just like Americans would immediately recognize, like, ooh, that sounds a little weird, but not a big deal. I like transitional phrases you were using. Moreover, hey, now let's talk about this or that. Right?
Mhm.
Okay.
Future more like this. Future more
Yeah.
accordingly.
I-
Moreover.
Yeah, those are helpful for us as the audience to follow. You told me, I think earlier this semester, you don't have social media of any sort, do you?
Yes, I know that.
None. That's
Yes.
interesting. You're a young man. That's impressive.
Your life would be so peaceful.
Yes, exactly. I think it's hard maybe for those of us who have social media to get rid of it, but to just never have it in the first place. So that might be the smart way to go. Professional. Anyway, thanks for sharing your story. Bada bing, bada boom. Let's pick on somebody else. Coming up to the big. But wait, what? Yeah, okay. We can go later.
No, I want to find.
You want to go now?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Yeah, let's give him a hand.
Yay!
You're gonna talk now?
I
Yes.
want to try.
I'll love it. I love
Okay,
it.
come
Yes,
on, go.
I love it. I believe in you. You're like,
We
such an
want you.
encouraging
Hold
class
you.
here. Yeah.
Good morning, everyone. or
Good morning.
Hello, everyone.
Mhm.
I will tell how someone can improve the listening. I think that if you want to improve your listening, you have to watch more video. You have to watch more podcasts. Also, that is not enough to watch series. Watch more program that when they speak English. That is not enough. I think you have to learn more vocabulary.
Mhm.
Because if you doesn't learn more vocabulary, he will be hard to get what the people try to say when you want to improve your listening. Sometimes I have one client that I inspired, because sometimes I like to watch his podcast,
There you go.
Cristiano Ronaldo, because he talk about the soccer. I like soccer,
Love
so
it.
yeah.
Good idea.
Sometimes when I don't understand what he tries to say,
Good.
I try again to watch the video, so I put again like this. I want to get, or I want to listen by the time I listen a little bit what he tried to say. So
Yep.
okay, that means for me you have to get more or different ways for different strategy
Strategy.
the strategy that you have to that you can improve your listening. I think
Yeah, you're right.
okay.
Nice.
For me, so that's it.
Oh, okay. Cool. Your podcast, you like to watch, listen to one about soccer, huh?
Yeah, I'm gonna go okay.
It's all English, though, right?
Yeah, all the English.
That's awesome.
That doesn't matter if it's English. Just doesn't matter what language you wanna
Learn.
so you wanna learn or you wanna try or you wanna improve your listening. Even English, even the Spanish, English, French.
There you go.
Depends which
Any
one
language.
you wanna learn. But like we talk about English, so you have to
Okay.
listen everything, or you have to follow everything listen English.
You got a story about a podcast you listened to one time that you really enjoy? I mean, you want to get more specific? Yeah. Let's try an anecdote in there. Okay.
The podcast that I sometimes I watch is the Cristiano Ronaldo. Sometimes he give advice on how people that they want to improve in the soccer player, they have to do what way they have to keep like if he wanna be a good player or he wanna play long time.
Okay.
More thing that they have to do, like they have to be amazing people. They have to go get good behavior. They have to just the same for people. They don't have
Yeah, but what? Produce simple.
simple like
Sinful.
simple.
Ah, there it is. Okay. No.
Yeah. He have,
So you have to be more simple.
yeah. Yeah. So
But they have to be more simple.
simple like you don't have to. If someone wanna talk to you, if you someone he cheer with you,
Mhm.
like cheer like great.
Cheers.
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 Yeah, cheers.
Great.
Like them that
Evaluate you. Oh, cheers. Okay. Greet you.
greet you or he cheer each other, I think so.
Yeah, cheer is in English we just use that as another word for happiness. We use that also when we go, yeah, cheers, like salut. That's what we say. But it's kind of an old-fashioned word.
That's is I think is that I don't know if it is or
Cheers. No, that's right. There's just an S at the end.
that
Yeah.
if you wanna cheer
If you want to cheer someone up, sometimes Americans will say if you want to cheer someone up, as a phrasal verb, that means to make them more happy. But you're talking about greet.
okay, if you wanna
Greet, that's what you want to say.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you want to greet somebody.
Yeah, and also about the listening, I think we have to explain every day with different people, with people that they have different accent,
Mm-hmm.
but they speak same language. Or also you have to speak or keep conversation with national people, people from original country.
Oh, sure.
National people.
Yeah, national people. Yeah, maybe native people.
Native.
They're closer to what you mean.
Yeah,
Right, there you go.
yeah, native
Sure.
people.
All right.
So same that you can improve, I think so.
All right.
I know someone have different idea about how you can improve the listening, but I think for me that's
That's what works
Perfect.
for you.
the point.
Very
Good.
nice.
All right, give me everybody. Yay! Oh man, it was so good to hear you talk so much. I don't think that I've heard you talk as you I don't think I've heard you talk so much. It gives me a chance to hear your English as you're trying. And I think your advice is good for yourself. Just getting more ways to say the same thing. When we ran into obstacles about like this or that, you might notice my face like and then you just phrase it differently. I do that too.
Oh,
I'll say something to an American and it's like let me just phrase it differently. I'll say it differently. Either I'm pronouncing it badly or the word I'm choosing isn't quite clear, and I'll do that too. Anyway, I think one of the bigger obstacles is just confidence, and I think you're gaining more confidence.
Oh, yeah.
You are. That's
Yep.
great. That's it.
That's
I mean,
clear.
Americans, they're not so strict. It's like that's okay. I basically get what you're saying.
Maybe-
And little by little, it'll get better and better. Yeah.
probably have this difficult because I don't like to do mistakes, so
Mm.
that's why I feel the same when I want to try to talk with someone that I feel like she speaks better than me. I feel like I'm not capable
Well.
to do.
Don't like to make mistakes. That's a good attitude to have in math class, but because that's where it's really important. Or if you're performing surgery, that's important. But communication, you will make mistakes. It will happen.
And it is okay to make mistakes. You learn from mistakes.
My wife, I kind of tease her sometimes about like using the expression wrong or something, and it's kind of a charming thing. Anyway, we got a whole story about that. Anyway, she's a native English speaker too, so no big deal. But I understand that deal. My wife is kind of the same way. She didn't want to ever make a mistake with certain things, but communication, talking, same stuff we kind of talked about before. I guess subject verb agreement occasionally, but getting more vocabulary. I think that'll help a little bit. And smart idea, listen to stuff you enjoy. It'll start to emerge in your speaking. Yeah, and talk with Americans more often. I love it. All right, y'all, coming up to the big stage. Okay, here, I'm gonna give you okay. All right. Let's pick on somebody randomly here. Miss Laura, I picked your name. Congratulations. Give her a big hand, everybody. Woo! You got it. Oh, yeah, you got it. Okay, here we go.
All right.
Oh, look at you.
Great. I don't want to read, but I don't want to forget any detail.
Okay.
So, okay, so good morning, everybody. So today I wanted to share with you an anecdote that I lived just 2 weeks ago. This is very personal. So, 3 weeks ago, I bought my first car without experience, but I tried to follow all the advice that people told me, that people around me told me, right? So I know it's important to follow some advices, but for me it's also important to listen to my feelings, to listen to my gut, and I normally think about the consequences before making either decision. So okay, going back to my story, I got the car. So professional people recommend me to make some adjustments, and I decided to do this in mid-June, and I took the risk and I went to Austin just driving. I did it and I felt so good, very confident. I got the confidence on me.
By yourself?
With my friend.
Oh,
but
good.
I was driving.
Yeah.
That was my first road trip. Of course, I felt so good. That made me so happy. But okay, being there, we were just driving. Everything was so good. Being there, we parked the car. We were walking around, and after a while, we just noticed that the car was parked, and we noticed that one of the tires was flat. And I was like, okay, maybe if I listened to what people told me 1 week ago, this won't be happening. This wouldn't be happening. Okay, this is not happening. So if I listen to them, maybe I wouldn't live what I am living right now. So I went to a place, and they recommend me to replace the 4 tires. So the first professional people recommend me to change the tires in the front. But in this place, they told me like, okay, you should replace 4 tires. And I was like, okay, yes, let's do it. I don't want to be negligent, and I don't want to ignore it again. So we did it, we came back, and the day after, everything was so good. The day after, and when I was ready to come to school, one of the new tires was flat again.
Whoa!
And yes, I know it's God just challenging you. Giving me some challenges, and I am like, okay, God, I'm here, you're with me, you are my provider, so let's do it. So someone told me that it's just bad luck, because here it's very common that there are so many nails on the floor, there are so many rocks, because of the constructions and things like that. And I was like, okay, thank Lord, I went to a place which cover us or give us some warranty. Went to this place, of course they replaced what they had to do, and I went to a place to repair or to do what they recommend me 1 week before. And I was like, okay, at this time, I'm going to do whatever is necessary. I'm just going to do it. I know it's money, but I also I want to be a determined person, and I want to do what is necessary for my car.
Wow.
So to avoid bad situations, or to avoid to protect the car, and to avoid other damages in the car. So I acknowledge my mistake that I did, because I didn't listen at the first time. But I also want to acknowledge myself, because I follow myself, because I am good, but I think things have to happen like that. And I am good listening to myself, listening to my feelings. And the things didn't go worse. And if today I have the same situation, I would do the exactly thing that I did.
Oh.
Yes, not taking the first advice, because at the first time they recommend me to change 2 tires. So if I would do that, maybe later, I don't know, maybe 1 month or 15 days later, they would say like, we have to change the tires in the back. So that would be for me like.
So you think if you had it to do over again, you would make the same mistakes again?
Yep.
Yeah. Gotcha.
Yeah, because so what I think right now is, okay, God was protecting me, right? But I didn't do that the first week. In the second week, they told me like, okay, we have to change the 4 tires. Maybe at the first time I would change only 2 tires,
Okay.
and later the other ones. And it's what I want to avoid, like being at the shop all the time and fixing something.
Yes.
And now I got the confidence that my car is brand new, so of course it's not. But I just changed something, or I ordered to replace something in the motor, the tires, the alignment, the oil. So things like I am learning about that. And also from the mistakes, I know we learn from the mistakes. Today, I want to say like, yes, I'm going to take the mistake, the advice that people, the professional people do, because also is to protect me.
Yeah.
And also I want to say, listening to your feelings is something subjective, but I want to do, or my advice for everybody is like, try to make a balance between what is objective and what is subjective, because yes, I don't know, for me it's very important to listen to my feelings, to feel good, you know. And it's also necessary to listen the experience from other people to avoid the same mistakes. And also you're going to have your own experience after all. And that's it.
Okay.
Yay.
Yeah, very inspiring. Yay. That's great. Give her a hand. Yay. Yeah, give her a hand. Let's go. All right. Cool.
Very
I'll
nice.
give you some feedback. My general impression. This is.
Thank
I'm
you.
glad I'm recording this. Could you listen to it later on? That's it. I like that you're incorporating the vocabulary from this week. You did that very conspicuously. Yes. I would acknowledge that I made a mistake, but at the same time, I would acknowledge myself for
Because I
growing
was
or
brave
yeah, for being brave.
and determined.
So you used it both ways in the same sentence. Yeah, I want to admit that I made a mistake, but I want to also praise myself for and subjective and boy, the flow and pace and speed of your English is very fast, and even though it's very quick, I don't know how it lands on your ears. I'm able to follow what she's saying, even though she speaks so rapidly. Yeah, it's still not overwhelming. I have had students before speak really rapid. It's like, whoa, you need to slow down, because either the pronunciation or the linking of certain words when you smash them together is not quite right. But you probably have a good handle on how Americans will smash words together so that you can really quickly. And so I'm able to. You do it a lot the same way I would. Just like what I just did now.
Okay.
You do it a lot the same way I would. I say things quickly, but anyway. I like in the moment you would phrase it a certain way, and then you stop and say, wait, no, I mean phrase it this way, it's a different way, right? That kind of thing. So you can catch yourself noticing you say it a certain way, but wait, no, let me try it this way. A lot of complex grammatical structures in your answer there. Yeah, there was one particular grammar that you struggled with. You were trying to talk about. Okay,
yes.
I'll tell you in a second. I like this. So I'm gonna all right. So going back to my story, I wrote that down because I like that transitional phrase. It's kind of like yes, because there's a lot of details here. It's like you're kind of starting in the middle of the story, and then you're talking about something that happened before, and then after. There's a lot of potential for me to be misunderstanding you, and
to get focused, let's continue this.
So that kind of helped to, you had a diversion and you came back. And, all of that, I was still able to follow your story. Oh, transitional phrases help do that. There may be nails on the floor. I guess in Spanish you guys refer to, in a building, it's the floor.
On the road.
On the ground.
On the ground.
Yeah, there's nails on the ground, yeah. Unless you're driving inside of a building, it's a floor. Anyway, I don't know. Not a big deal. But my American ears perked up. It's like, oh, floor is inside the house.
Okay.
Ground is outside. I don't know why we say that.
But can I say road or ground?
ground.
Ground? Okay, not on the road because it's
Oh yeah, no, it's fine. The
on
road.
the road.
Yeah, there's nails on the road. Yeah, that's.
My way, the way where I drive.
Well, my way
On the
is too ambiguous, too vague, unclear. Specifically, the path of the road. Yeah, there's
Okay.
nails on the road. Yeah,
Okay.
that I'm driving. Yeah, or on if you're not on the road, you're on the ground or something.
Okay.
But that makes more
But
sense.
teacher, ground is about the grass?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's right. Yeah, that would be the best word, even better
On the
than
ground.
ground.
Okay.
So yeah, much better than the floor.
Okay, absolutely.
That'll be good. Anyway, FYI.
I like it.
It's not a big deal. It didn't throw me off. It's just I noticed it. Not a big deal. Because that's probably the influence of Spanish. You guys say it that way, right?
Mhm.
The floor. Yeah. Nice. Bada bing, bada boom. All right. So as
No,
far
we would say the streets actually.
the what?
The streets. On
Oh.
the streets. We would say that.
Oh, that's fine. That's the same
Yes.
thing. I love it. Okay, so you were trying to talk about regret.
Uh-huh.
If I had taken the advice, I wouldn't have. Right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Well, what was that thing about? If I had taken the advice, I wouldn't have.
If I would
All right.
if
Okay.
I have to live that again, I would do the same. Something like that.
Okay, very cool. Now, yeah. So actually, the way you're phrasing it like this, like present, what do you call present unreal conditional. If I owned $1 million, I would start a business, right? Talking about right now, but so that's talking about right now. Okay, you're trying to use a more complex grammar, which is here's now, and here's about something that happened in the past,
Mhm.
and another thing that happened in the past, with reference to one another in the past, and so, and you're talking about regret. Okay, yeah.
Uh-huh.
So that's a little harder to communicate, right?
Regret.
If here I am, right? I'm broken down on the road. I got a flat tire, right? If I had, taken the advice from my friend, I would have. So that signals to my American brain.
Teacher, sorry. If I had taken the advice,
Yes.
Okay.
Past participle, right?
taken
took,
the
taken,
advice
right.
at the first time, for the first situation.
Right. If I had, go, yeah, you tried to say that sentence again. If I had taken,
Oh, right.
Alright.
If I had taken the advice at first, I would have lived the situation. I would have paid for tires. I would have.
That's much better. Yeah, the would have communicates regret, right? Because you can't change the past, but you want to change the past. And that's what you're trying to say, right? Yeah. If I had taken the advice, I wouldn't have had to pay. I wouldn't.
In negative in this
Yeah,
case. I wouldn't
right.
have to pay.
Yeah, wouldn't have had to pay. Yeah, would have.
I wouldn't have to pay. I wouldn't have paid.
Oh, that's
Pay.
fine. Yeah, I would,
Wouldn't
yeah.
have paid.
There's a past
Participle.
participle, so in this case it's paid,
Paid.
past,
I
which is
wouldn't
the
have.
same as past tense. Yeah.
Okay, I wouldn't have paid for 4.
Yeah.
Actually, not for 4. Okay, I wouldn't have paid for the tires in Austin.
That's right. Yeah.
So-
Yeah. Y'all, this past, unreal conditional is really tricky, right? In fact, America, we have this expression called woulda, coulda,
Uh-huh.
shoulda. Did I play this video for you before?
No, Miss Erin taught us this.
Woulda, coulda, shoulda?
I don't know about that.
Well, it's because, these two words, would have, could have, should have, when they come together, my American brain immediately thinks of regret. I think of, I want to change the past.
Uh-huh.
But it's impossible to change the past. But I want to, if I had gone to medical school, I would have gotten a great house. But I didn't go to medical school, so I have this terrible
It didn't
apartment.
happen, so it is
didn't
what
happen.
it
Like,
is.
I just hate it, that feeling. So
And
when
it's
Americans
when we
say
use woulda.
woulda, coulda, shoulda, they're really saying would have, could have, should have. Everybody say woulda, coulda, shoulda.
Eh?
Coulda, shoulda.
Yeah, and
Woulda,
that's what
coulda,
Americans say when they are mocking or ridiculing you for wanting to change the past. It's like, stop thinking like that. It's impossible to change the past. Look at the future, right? Here, I'll show you. I don't want to get off into a big, long grammar lesson here, but I want to show you a little video about this. Yeah, here, this might help. Yeah, I like
Teacher, where is it? Can we go there?
Yeah, this is my website. So this is my website. In fact, on the on your syllabus, I believe there's a, it's not this one, but you know, there's a little QR code, and
You have some videos.
right. I usually use this for the TOEFL mostly, but here we go. Here you use.
Not good enough. We shouldn't even be thinking about beating this 49ers. We shouldn't be talking about it because the Saints ain't good enough. And you guys shouldn't write about us being a playoff team and all that bull stuff, malarkey. We ain't good enough to beat those guys, and it was proven out there today. It's that simple. We're not good enough yet. We got a long way to go. We got a lot of work to do. We're close, and close don't mean, and you can put that on TV for me. I'm tired of coming close, and we're going to work off till we ain't close anymore. And it may take some time. We're going to get it done. We aren't in there. We aren't good enough. They're better than us. Black and white, simple fact. Could have, would have, should have is the difference in what I'm talking about. The good teams don't come in and say could have. They get it done. All right? It's that simple. I'm tired of saying could have, should have, would have. That's why we ain't good enough yet. Because we're saying could have and they ain't.
Yeah. No. Americans immediately associate would have, could have, should have with regret. Yeah. So anyway,
Okay.
so that's even if you didn't you know, use the grammar exactly right, immediately I talk about, oh, you're talking about regret. Oh, if I had taken the advice, I wouldn't have gotten stranded and had to pay for new tires. Would have. That's the thing. So, anyway, great story, great delivery, a lot of animated, you know. All right, cool.
Thank you.
So yeah, let's get somebody else up here. Ms. Let me cover up the thing for you. Ms. Aisha, you're the next on my list. Okay, let's give her a big hand, everybody. I believe in you. All right. And here we go.
Hello. Good morning.
So, in terms of listening, I feel like listening is somehow related to speaking. It has an indirect relation. The more, if you want to be a good listener, you should be speaking, you should not be speaking actually when someone is speaking. Okay? You should listen to the speaker in a better way, and you will be able to listen in a better way if you have your full concentration. And the reason behind some people are not good listeners is that when someone is speaking, even though they are not speaking or they are not busy somewhere else, if something is going on in their mind and their focus is not totally on the other person's conversation, they are not in the present moment, they're either in the past or in the future or something delusional.
Okay.
And a pretty good example of that is a friend who is exhausted from her corporate life, and she is venting out to a friend and telling her that it was a rough day, my colleagues were not good with me and stuff, but the other friend is busy in her self-move. So at the end of the conversation, she tells us that sounds so good. You might have had a great experience. And she was, her friend obviously did not feel good, and she was like, did you even heard what I said? So this basically anecdote mentions the importance of listening.
Totally. Good. Great. Yeah, great story. Yay, give her a big hand. Nice. Ooh, I like that you came up here and I get to hear your natural English, how it comes out. Okay. Hey, I like you incorporated a new word maybe people are not familiar with.
Venting.
Venting. Yeah.
What is it?
We do that every day.
Yeah, that's right. Well, okay, literally a vent, and I heard you say wint, but that's okay. Yeah, the V and the W. A vent is it's like this. It's something that blows air out. You know. Okay. But it's the idea is I think you've got like a teapot, right? A teapot. And a lot of pressure is inside, and so you want to release the pressure, and so you let the air come out, right?
Okay.
That's the idea. So we're releasing the pressure, and so, in fact, I say it a little differently. So when I say, let's blow off some steam, like a teapot, right? Let's have some fun. Venting is speaking angry words.
Yeah. To
And it makes
feel
you-
a bit light, speaking your heart out, or if you're frustrated, you're putting your frustration out so you can feel light.
I love that way you said that. Putting your frustration out so you can feel light. Right, I like that because you can feel heavy
Yeah.
with your anger. Oh, that's good. Yeah, venting is expressing anger so you feel better. Yeah. So my wife just wants to. Yeah, sure. With stuff
It's
at work, and
important.
I'm a dummy. I'm offering suggestions like don't keep your mouth shut, right?
Just listen to me,
That's
that's
right.
it's
You gotta
just
give
like
her-
that.
She just
Yeah.
doesn't want to. She doesn't want advice. She just wants to be heard.
Yeah.
So, anyway, that's what everybody's saying. I'm venting.
I'm venting.
Right now, it's a new expression, but it's pretty common. It means I'm expressing anger about a situation in my life, not to come to a solution, just to feel better, right? In my corporate life, huh?
Yeah.
Interesting. That is like an office situation or something. Huh?
Yeah.
That's what I'm imagining you're talking about. Yeah. I like it. You're using a lot of this. You're using a lot of the same expressions Americans would. Yeah. The grammar was really strong. I think there was one moment. I think you said didn't, had, or whatever. It's not a big deal, but yeah, it's great. Okay. Anyway.
I used to work in my home country in three different corporate offices. I switched as well. So in every corporate office you have certain problems everywhere. And yeah, so I and my friend, we used to, we had nothing at home. When we used to get back home, we never used to discuss office. My mom was like, don't discuss office at home because it makes you more mentally affected. And so I and my friend used to discuss. She used to vent out with me and I used to vent out with her. So we felt better.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Oh, because your mom wouldn't let you talk about work at home, huh? Just to keep.
She was like, okay, tell me, but it was bad for me. That's why, because talking too much and discussing too much would lead to bad mental health.
There's something to be said about just talking with your friend about your frustrations. Yeah, I think there's something to be said about that. It's good. That's good. This is kind of an abstract conversation. There's a lot of potential to be misunderstood, but I'm following exactly what you're saying very effortlessly. I relate exactly what you're saying. And you're phrasing it a lot of the same way I would too. That's good. All right. Nice. So let's see. Oh, picking on somebody. That was really good. Let me give you that. That was really strong. Oh, hey, what's going on with Yaya? Have you ever heard from her?
So no, nothing about her. I know she's going to be transfer teacher
Oh, okay. So
to Maryland. So maybe she's just getting ready
She's probably-
to move and.
That's a good point.
Mhm.
Okay, all right, no problem. All right, no big deal. Mr. One Bean, you want to go next?
Yes.
Yes, all right, let's give him a big hand. Let's give him some confidence. Yay, One Bean. All right. And after that, we got 2 more people. And then after that, 3 more people. Yes, that's right. Okay. 4. Oh, and this tile. That's true. It's 4 people. Sorry. Yes, sir.
Okay. Hello everyone, it's
Hello.
Bombi. I want to talk about why listening is very important. I think listening is important because it can build trust each other, and then we can understand what he thinks about something. So we need to listen more, and then it is one of way to show your respect. I think it's very important. This is my personal anecdote. When I was in Korea, when I was college, I was taekwondo player, and I was co-captain at the team. One day, one of my team members was looked very bad, so I asked him what happened. So and he said he has a bad thing. He's having a good bad times. So I just listened to him. I just listened about what he's saying, and after he speak something, and I just say, I cannot understand your 100% your mind, but I think you're having a very bad time now. So I don't know what to say more, and that's it. And then after the next day, he said, very thank you to listen to my speaking. So I feel, and then I realized the listening is very important. So we need to listen a lot, and then I think every people wanna say something. Every people wanna say to their bad thing. So we need to listen together, and then we can build trust each other more. Thank you.
All right. Go give me a hand, everybody. Yeah. Appreciate it. Oh, that's a great anecdote. Yeah. So you were the captain. Is it also kind of functioning like a coach, similarly to?
Yes, kind of a leader.
Yeah, you were a leader there. Yeah, I gotcha. Yeah. So I'll repeat back. Basically, I heard from you. There was something going on with this guy, either emotionally or physically, right? And it was kind of preventing him from performing Taekwondo as well as he could, right?
Yes.
Basically, yeah. And he tried to explain it to you. You didn't quite understand what what he was talking about. I think the way you said it is, I don't 100% understand what so maybe I would say, I don't completely understand what you're trying to tell me, or, yeah, how else would you say that sentence? You'd say, I don't
understand 100% your mind.
I don't understand 100% your mind. So I understand that phrasing. Let's see. Maybe I don't understand your mind. I just that phrasing isn't usually how I phrase it. So maybe your mindset. I guess. Okay. The way I'd probably say it is I don't understand what you're trying to say. Yeah, that's probably the way I'd phrase it. Yeah. So there's nothing wrong with the words you use there. It's just I phrase it usually differently. So I don't know what you're trying to say 100% or completely. Try it again. How would you say that? I don't know what you're trying. Yeah. I don't know.
I don't know
what
what
you're trying to say.
you're trying to say.
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. You're laughing. No, you're laughing because I was speaking too fast, right? Yeah. It doesn't matter.
No, I thought you were asking him a question.
Oh.
Right?
You
No,
were
no,
answering
You
and he
asked
was
him to repeat
repeating.
after you.
No, I am.
Yeah.
I was. Oh, you were laughing because you misunderstood what I was saying. Yeah, well, he saw my body language, so he knew what I was trying to say. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it helps too. Yeah, I don't know what you're trying to say completely. Yeah, how would you say it? Good. I don't know what you're trying to tell me.
I don't know what you're trying
to tell me.
to tell me.
Yeah, that's probably how I'd phrase it. Now, what you said earlier, I don't understand your mind 100%. Yeah, there'd be communication there. That's just not usually how I phrase it. Anyway, FYI. Cool. And so basically, the next day he came up to you and he told you, he's like, really thank you for listening to me. And it's like, oh, I don't know, I did? You know? You were kind of surprised that you did something wonderful for him, right? Mm-hmm. Is that right? Okay, cool. I like that story. That's good.
Yeah,
It's like even though you didn't completely understand him, you were quiet and let him talk, right? And that was what he needed. Is that right? Yeah.
Yes.
I got it. I got the gist of your story. That was great. It's cool. You know, just a couple of phrases here and there, a little bit. Every people. So it's a tough one. Even though you're about to talk about many people or whatever, this will be treated singularly. You know, like every person is. You know, it's kind of like saying each person. Yeah, you're about to introduce a number, a plurality of people, but you treat it grammatically as if it were one, right? Each person in this room is, a son or a daughter, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Every person in this room is a son or a daughter. All of you are, huh? All of you are sons and daughters. So that would be treating all people in this room. There we go. Right? Yeah. So that would introduce it to talk about a group plurally, right? With many people, right? Each and every it kind of, think about it like a mini singles. many singles. You think of it that way. Oh, I can see this is kind of a revelation for a few of you. I can see y'all are, each and every. How are y'all doing? Any questions about that at all? Oh, okay. No, I was just curious. Okay. Anyway, FYI, it didn't confuse me. It's just my American brain noticed it. And I think other Americans probably would notice it too, FYI. All right. Okie dokie. But other than that, great story, man. I like that. It's very heartwarming. Especially as I'm kind of a mentor too, and it's like, here and also at church, it's kind of like, yeah, man. People just need you to be heard. Oh, that's good.
That's true.
Right on, man. All right, let's talk to. We got 4 more people to go. You want to go? Let's have Miss Annie go up. Let's go, Miss Annie. Woo!
Hey.
Woo! All right.
Okay, hello.
Hello.
Hey.
So today I'm gonna ask you guys one question. So tell me something. Do you guys know your weaknesses and your strength?
Yeah.
Oh,
You
it's
do?
not a rhetorical question. You really are
Sometimes.
asking. Oh, okay.
You do?
Sometimes, yeah.
Because and what do you think that your weakness is like more powerful than your strength on you? What do you think? Like, this is, I'm asking because there was a story, that there's an anecdote which I heard, and it was very inspiring. It was about a small girl. She couldn't walk properly. She had something in her leg, so she couldn't walk properly. But when she started going to school, people around her, children around her, bullied her a lot because she cannot run, she cannot play with them like they were running around and playing on the rides and everything. She couldn't do all those things. So she faced a lot of bully in her very young age. But as she was growing up, she was losing her confidence, right? But there was one thing she loved, which was at home she used to bake cookies with her mom. That was her best time. When she used to come back from school, she used to have such a good time baking with her mom and like talking and laughing and everything. But when there was a time when she had to go to school, she was scared. She always like that, no, I don't want to. And then there was one day when she confronted her parents that I do not want to go to school, I face so much of bullying. Her parents tried to explain her that it's okay, that there's nothing wrong with you, but she didn't listen. She started staying at home. She left the school. But when she was staying at home, she was more into baking. And then her mother suggested her that why don't you sell your cookies? And then one day there was a Christmas coming, and then she had a small stall in front of her house, and she sold cookies, right? And people loved it. And she gained so many customers with those little cookies and like with little thing. She didn't know at that moment that is her strength. Okay, and her strength was overcoming her weakness, but she couldn't understand because she was small, right?
That's great.
And like eventually she collected much money to open a bakery, right? She collected amount and she made a bakery of hers. And she hired people, she told her recipes, and like within like year or 2 years, she got really famous. And then she realized that, oh, I'm special, oh, I am like, I'm admired by people, because people used to come to her bakery and she used to get so much of appreciation that, oh, you're doing so good, you're small, but you're cooking so good, you're baking your cookies so good and everything. She gained her confidence back and she went back to school with the same weakness. That weakness didn't go anywhere. Her leg was still not good, but then she was confident enough that no, I have one strength which, you know, makes me good in people's eyes, you know. So I got this feeling that we all have strengths and weaknesses, right? But it depends on us. What do we take pressure of more? The strength we're walking with, or the weaknesses we're facing every day. So today, when you guys, you know, like you guys have any free time, just think about the weakness or the strength or what you're dealing more with in your life.
Oh,
I
my
Little
love
things
God.
can change.
Love it.
Oh, yeah. You know what? This just makes me want to. Yeah.
It was like that.
Oh, wait. Oh,
Which
shoot. It's like a TED
gives
Talk.
you the
Hold on.
freedom to tell your story.
Say.
I love that whole story.
Okay. Sorry. Hey, that was very inspiring.
Yeah.
That was a great story. When you first started that story, I was wondering, is she talking about herself? I suspected that this is going to be about you. No, okay, wait. Okay, but that was really nice. True story, by the way? Yeah, okay.
It's based on the true story.
Oh, it was Christmas cookies and stuff like that. So it makes me suspect it wasn't in Pakistan, was it?
No.
Oh, okay. Oh, fun. All right. Okay. I love the rhetorical device of getting up in front of people and saying, asking them, engaging in the audience that, you know, have you ever, you know, that's a great way to grab their attention and get them engaged if you know, as far as public. Yeah, a lot of, there are several activities in your book about like how to be a better public speaker, you know, not just speaking. So that's, engaging with a rhetorical question is a very strong way to start. And boy, a lot of the same idioms I would use. The flow to your English was great. At some point, whenever you were saying like, she collected much money, yeah, even if you stopped and thought, how do I say this? It came off exactly the way I probably would say it too. She collected a lot of money. She collected a lot of money in order to stop, or much money, whatever you said, to start her own business. And so I guess she went back to school at a reunion much later when she was an adult. So that's what it sounds like.
Not adult, but she was like maybe like 11 or 12.
Really? She had a business as a kid, huh?
Yeah, because
wow.
her parents were there to help
Oh,
her.
I see.
And
Okay.
to guide her through that. Oh, you have so much money. Why don't you open a bakery?
Oh,
Because they
right?
wanted to build her confidence.
Wow.
She was losing all her confidence because of just one leg, and she couldn't do a few things.
Gotcha. So it sounded like she had a problem with her leg. Was that like braces or something? Or,
Yeah,
that's what I imagined what you're talking about. Yeah, that's good. That was great. Cool. I'm just curious in a little more details. Did this happen in England or America? What is it?
Yeah, this was. So I watch like motivational videos a lot.
Oh, I can
This
tell.
was one of the motivational videos I saw, and it came out that this is based on a true story,
Ooh,
and
fun.
they like made a video of it.
Love
It
it.
was really nice.
Yeah, your delivery was really strong. I don't really have anything to comment on. I guess. Oh, I mean, a bully is a person bullying. The extra syllable is the act. You faced a lot of bullying. That's the only thing I wrote down here. Oh yeah, what else did I write? She got a bakery of hers. Oh, I usually might phrase it. She got a bakery of her own.
Okay.
Yeah, that's probably what I said. But outside of that, beautifully said. Excellent. So, bada bing, bada boom. Who else is on my list here? She looks like she wants to go. Let's have Miss Sarah come up to the
Yay!
Sarah. Go.
Go girl.
Yeah.
Okay, hello friends.
Yeah.
Actually, I was about to start with a question to like her.
Yeah, good.
Yeah. Have you ever been, or not been actually, have you ever experienced mobbing in your maybe mobbing, like bullying or
Oh, mobbing.
something
Yeah,
like
that's a different way of saying it. I've never heard of that. Bullying is better.
actually, in Turkey too, we are using that word like
Mhm.
English. So it happens generally in corporate life or in your social gigs. Doesn't matter. I guess Aisha already feel that and experienced that in her country,
Yes.
in the corporate life.
Mhm.
It's so general actually because when you start to work, everybody has their own ego
Mhm.
about their job, about their experience or school, like college and everything. So when you came together to work, some things can happen, especially depends on your title maybe. If you're like an intern or an assistant, there are some managers and senior managers, so it happens a lot. And actually, when you have a more experience, you can like feel the power to do some people like mobbing or bullying about anything else. So actually, I'm gonna share an anecdote about it, but it's not about my life. I watched it in a movie, actually, in a series, and it's finished like little difference because than I expected actually. Okay, in that anecdote, there's an intern. Actually, we can say like a finance assistant. She just started to work. She attended to a very important meeting. She was about to take some notes about what they are talking actually, and they were about to do an assignments for a new project actually with another company, and they made up. And at that point, she started to just silently start to check the calculations about that stuff, about that project. It was a construction project, and she checked it out, and then she found out a mistake. Actually, it was a small mistake, but it was affected to the results about the real about the investments monies, and she shared it with a coworker, not the highest one, but they were little friends. So he double checked that, and he agreed with her, and then during the meeting, he just wanted to share with a manager. And actually, the manager was woman, and the assistant was woman too. It's another issue actually. If you are in the same gender, you can feel more mobbing sometimes.
Mobbing.
Yeah,
Bullying.
Yeah, bullying sometimes, and it's not a good thing, but it's common. I know. And then she actually, I was expecting manager can say who are you? You just start to work, and we did our calculations, and we just checked it double maybe, and she couldn't listen to what they're talking about it that we have a mistake. No, we can't.
Right.
She can react like that. Actually, I was expecting that, but then it turns out, and she just received their hesitations and about their comments, and then she checked it out, and they took a break, and she checked the calculations, and she approved. Yes, they're true. Yeah. We had a mistake. Yeah, she confirmed. Yeah, we had a mistake. Yes, you're true. You're right. And then they want to reschedule the meeting after they fix the problems with the other company. They just shared that. So, and then at the end of the meeting, she just thanks to the assistant in front of the other company. I was like, whoa, okay.
Very gracious.
Women empowerment.
Well, okay, and it was really important for us, not thinking about your ego, with your ego, you can just listen, whoever you're talking with, you can just be more respectful, and listen, and maybe it can make a difference for you too.
Yes.
Yeah.
So,
Right. True story.
yeah, it was, yeah.
Did this happen to you personally, or you just a friend, somebody you knew?
No, I really watched it in a series actually.
Oh, love it. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Good. Some as a TV show or a series or something.
It's series.
Cool. Love it.
Yeah, so, yeah, thank you.
Very
Cool.
nice.
Yay! Yeah. That was a good anecdote. I was able to
Yeah,
picture in my
even-
mind.
Yeah, when she started, even I thought that, oh, now it's gonna be a good big fuss out of it.
Yeah.
But
big conflict.
Conflict.
I like it better when they. So can you confirm, Aisha, that if it's two women and the conflict is even worse because it's two women?
I know some
Have you agreed? Because you were talking about corporate
Yeah, it happens.
venting.
A lot happens.
Yes.
Sure.
For me too.
I haven't been in that situation, so. Yeah. You know, the floaty English is so very natural. I like that even in the moment you'd stop and you phrase it one way and maybe you'd phrase it a second way just to make sure that everybody's clear about things. The fluency in floaty English is really strong, etc. You know, occasionally you're phrasing things slightly different than I do. Of course, I don't know what mobbing is. Mob would be spelled that way, but I know you're trying to think mob, short O sound. A mob is a giant group of people that are violent, violent group of people in the streets. A mob, let's say we have protesters in the street. That's too many S's in there. You have protesters. Well, they could be peaceful or they could be violent, and it's like no more, whatever, right? But a mob is only violent, and from a mob causes a riot. And a riot is a type of chaos, that kind of thing. So maybe you're using that to mean like everybody is attacking you, right? That kind of thing. Yeah.
It's I don't know like this like if somebody doing like bullying to you at work like where is mobbing.
Sure. Oh, I have never heard it before. That's so I could see why that would be an idiom. I've never heard it, so it's a possibility.
Maybe
Maybe like common people.
No, a mob is a violent group of people, oftentimes protesting. And so oftentimes, in fact, no, I'll drop it into English.
Yeah.
Why not?
like mobbing at work. Maybe we can.
Well, I've never heard it used as a verb, right? I've never heard mob as a verb. Let me drop it in here. M-O-B. All right, let's see what happens.
It double B, like mobbing.
Another victory. Stand firm. The storm will pass. The mob always moves on.
Yeah, the violent.
The mob spokesperson told the family no.
Campaign that forced America to confront lynchings and mob violence against African Americans.
Walter and his family narrowly escaped a white mob that was.
Okay, cool. There is people are angry and they're hurting people, and it's a mob. But I'll try it as a verb. Mobbing. Now that's very unusual. I don't think I've ever heard that. Let's try it.
Doxing them at their place of employment, mobbing people in restaurants and public
Okay, it's like attacking people. Okay, there you go.
spaces.
Social media mobbing that I could problem on the left and the right. Like, there's sort of social media mobbing that I could cry.
Okay, the act of attacking people. All right, okay.
Offline. In real world spaces, mobbing is a real physical harm.
Okay, I stand corrected. There you go. There's some people, even Americans use it. Native English speakers use it. Good.
Maybe that anecdote can be just unreal. Share it like in real life. Maybe
I
it
think
can
there
happen.
will be people around who take things positively.
Yeah. So, by the way, what you were describing at the end, when that one woman recognized someone who previously they were in competitions, like, you know what, you're right, I was wrong. Yeah, that's beautiful. That's a great story. So the word I would describe that one woman who said, "You were right, I was wrong. You should be. I want to recognize. I want to acknowledge you." Right? Everybody say magnanimous.
Magnanimous.
Yeah. I would describe her actions as magnanimous, being very generous. Means magna, means big. It means like you are a big person, meaning that you are willing to admit that you're wrong. That's a word I use for that. Yeah. So yeah, that one coworker who acknowledged her previous enemy was being very magnanimous. Yeah, I guess so. Generous or forgiving, especially toward a rival, and a rival is an enemy. That kind of thing. So, FYI.
Magnanimous.
Yeah, magnanimous. Okay, 12th level word. Okay, y'all. Oh, wait. Echo. Would you like to go next, Miss Tao? I'm sorry you've been waiting for so long. All right, let's give her a big hand, everybody. Yay! We're going to cover the camera. Are you okay? Are you okay? No problem. All right.
Hi guys, today I would like to talk how listening is important, and for me listening is important conversation. There are some ways to improve your listening skill. For example, when speaking with another person, you should pay attention. Or if you don't understand the questions, you can ask them, what are you talking about, and can you explain for me, because I don't understand clearly. If, for example, in a conference, if you know the topic of conference, you should spend a little time to find out information about the topics that you are going to hear.
Good.
So this can be help you to more understand, and you can catch the speaker ideas. Yes, when I was working in Vietnam, I experienced a bad thing in the meeting room. Yeah, I didn't pay attention because in my mind, I had a lot of things to think about my job. So I made the mistake, and I didn't hear clearly. So the result was I couldn't finish my project. So I missed a lot of time to figure out my mistake, and I had to ask again the experts that he shared a lot of experience about my field.
Wow.
That's it.
Great. Oh, yeah, give her a big hand, everybody. Yeah. I can't remember. What was your field of expertise? It was in was it engineering, or what was it again?
Engineering.
I thought so. Yeah, you were an engineer, and
Yeah.
at some point during a meeting, you you missed something, and so later on you had to ask an expert to clarify again. It's like, okay, cool. Yeah, I can tell you being extra careful with your phrasing and your choice of words. You got a really strong handle on grammar. You're excellent. Everything is past tense when it needs to be past tense. Your prepositions are right. I don't know what to talk about. I know that's something I noticed. Everything in your story I was able to follow effortlessly. Your pronunciation is very strong too. People from Vietnam. In fact, I will tell you, last week in the teachers' meeting, we were all talking to one another. It's like, how can we help some of the Vietnamese students with pronunciation? Because most of the Vietnamese students are level 1.
Oh.
You're in level 8. Yeah, it's clear you're in level 8 because your pronunciation is really excellent. Yeah, they struggle really hard. It's a big obstacle, and you clearly have overcome that obstacle with your speaking. It's really, really effortless. You're not like, of course, folks that speak from Vietnam, they'll oftentimes leave the consonant sounds off at the end of the words. You never do that. That was very good. Yeah. So anyway, I wanted to say I was able to follow that really effortlessly. When listening to a person, I like this phrase, and I wrote it down. When listening to a person, ask questions later on. It's like, that's really excellent. It's like you're saying the grammar was really excellent. So it's just like, when listening, to a person, it's kind of like, this is happening in the process. You should, ask questions. You ask, it's two things happening at one time in one sentence is what you said. When listening, you should ask. Reflects a complex handle on grammar, is what I was going to say. Your choice of words was excellent. I think I had to ask an expert again to make sure I had the right idea, something like that, right? Yeah. Anyway, I will help. I think it was at one point you said, I will help you more understand. I will help you more understand. Maybe.
Understanding.
Okay, I will help your understanding. I could probably say it that way. It's just the word more. I would probably put after understand. Yeah, I would say, I'll help you understand more. So it's kind of, it seems weird. More could be like an adjective. I have more, money than you. What kind of money? More money, right? So it can function like an adjective, right? It goes right before the noun. Or you could do it the way you did it. I will help you understand more. I think you put, I'll help you more understand, like before it, right? So how will you understand? Oh, you understand more. So more can also be an adverb. Adverb. It can also describe a verb, like you were doing, right? But I for some reason, there was no confusion. It's just I noticed it. I will help you understand more, or I know about this less. So adverbs oftentimes go well if they're at the very end or the very beginning for some reason. I don't know why, but anyway. Aside from that, it was a really great story. Thanks, Ms. Sal. It's great. Bada bang, bada boom. All right, let's talk to Koski. You want to go next? Yeah. Yay! Let's give him a big hand. Yay, Koski! Yeah, you're gonna do it. I believe in you.
I believe in you.
I believe in you. Yeah, what's on your mind? Yeah. Okay.
Hello everyone.
Wow.
Okay. So improve a little bit your listening. Okay. For me, I think. Okay. I want to give you some examples about me. I like football.
Ooh.
Right.
So I use football to improve my listening in some interview to player and the coach. When the coach is talking in the interview and the football player too. And I listen, sometimes I listen some podcasts to player. They explain a little bit about football and some strategy and how to feel when he play and how to feel when his life is outside the football. Yeah. I use that to improve my English because they talk in English. This English, I think for me, they use some words that a lot of people doesn't know. And when I listen that, I don't know what that means, but after that, I'm going to take in Google or in the dictionary to know how he say and to try understanding. Yeah, that's it.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So is there a podcast or a time whenever you encountered a word and a phrase? Does one example come to mind, like a phrase or a word you heard it in a podcast, and you looked it up later on, right?
Yeah. I love CJ. Sometimes CJ say, that is my twin.
So Sinjay, is that a person's name?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He's a quarterback in Texas.
Oh, you're talking about American football?
Yeah.
Oh,
American
okay.
football.
Oh, okay. So I say, yeah.
It's American football. A lot of times they say that's my twins, and they means
that's
my
my
friends twins.
Oh, it's my twin. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, you have a twin?
No. It's a no.
He's friend.
That's great. Yeah.
In a lot of football players, they use that when he's so close with another player. Yeah.
Okay.
And he say that's my.
When you
twin.
have a good chemistry.
Yeah.
Good chemistry.
They use that a lot of times.
Great.
Okay.
When you don't know how that means, you don't understand it.
Okay, we'll try that phrase again. When you don't know, say that when
you don't know how that means.
Okay, you don't know what that means.
Yeah.
You don't know what that means.
You can understand it.
Yeah, you cannot understand him. Yeah, not understanding. Yeah, when you don't know what that means, you can't understand him.
Yeah.
Totally, yeah, there you go. Cool. Totally, yeah. So the first time you heard it, he's my twin. And I guess you thought the same thing she did, right? Like, really?
Like, I love twins. Like, oh,
Oh,
I
you
love
know,
twins.
no, it's just your
Partner.
brother, your really close friend.
Yeah.
Yes, all right, got it.
All right, and that's usually something maybe you hear in sports, maybe.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Houston, Texas, huh? Have you been to a game? Have you been to?
Yeah, but my favorite team is Dallas.
All right.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Sure.
When I was working some games.
Okay.
And this session I want to go to some games.
Love it. American football. There was a lot of American football games, high school games. You
Yeah.
go to plenty, man.
I love college football.
Awesome. Yeah.
Yeah.
My wife loves football. I was like, whatever. I don't.
American football is so dangerous.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's true.
Yeah, people coming on you.
Yeah, but
stopping you.
it's part of the game.
Mm-hmm.
It's part of the game.
That's right. Yeah, you're wearing a helmet and all that.
Yeah, they have
Concussion.
helmet and they have protection. They use protection.
That's right. Yeah.
It's not too hard, but sometimes it's hard and they have a lot of injuries.
Have you been playing American football?
No.
No?
Oh, you've never tried to play it?
No, my cousin doesn't play football.
Okay.
Only soccer.
All right. That might be fun to try. You see if you hit tackle
You
somebody
wish-
and put to the ground. I was like, whoa.
Do you wish to play American football someday?
Yeah.
Try.
Yeah,
Awesome.
I want to.
That'd be awesome, man. You can do it. Yeah, do it while you're young. Don't wait till you're my age. Okay? Like,
Yeah, I
ruin
know,
your
I
knees,
know.
dude. All right, yeah.
Yeah.
Sir, I have a question.
Talk to me.
American football and rugby, are
Yeah.
these same? Are these similar?
But they have something similar, but it's different.
Different?
Yeah, it's different.
The rules. Yeah. In fact, rugby doesn't use any protection.
No, doesn't use
That's a
protection.
dangerous sport. I think.
The tackle is different. In rugby, they have more rules, and in America, in football, they use possession because it doesn't have a lot of rules when you get somebody.
My guess. Okay, so you tackle them.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Oh, and so in rugby they don't have tackling or.
No.
Yeah. Okay, but they still have like contact and
Yeah,
accidents.
they have contact, and this contact is no hard, not too hard.
Oh, but dude, I don't know.
Yeah,
I've heard it's like
football
blood
is
everywhere.
it's too hard in football.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're trying to hit somebody in American football. In rugby, you're not trying.
No.
It's like hockey. I guess you're gonna hit somebody.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
It's gonna happen. Anyway. Okay, cool. Yeah, good. I love it. You can say, okay, yeah, you're all done. Yeah, thank you. I'm out. I love it. I love to hear. I love that you talk about something you love. It gets a lot of English out. That's good. I get to hear a lot of how you use it. All right, so I just one thing I guess I noticed just generally you were it's verb tenses mostly, Mr. Koski. I think it's just verb tenses. You were trying to talk about something that happens in simple present tense, and you sometimes use future. I think that was the main thing I noticed is just verb tenses. We were trying to talk about the past. You use present tense unintentionally, but yeah, talking about something you love. You got a lot of vocabulary for that. I was able to follow you. I think you pronounce tackle a little differently than I do, right? Tackle. You say tackle?
It's in Spanish.
It's what it is. How do you say it in Spanish?
Tackle.
Tackle. Ah, I see. We say tackle. Yeah. Tackle. You know what that is? Tackle.
Tackle.
Yeah. You go to a player and you make them force them to the ground.
We also say that tackle problem.